I don't think anyone can look at what's taking place in Scotland today and see that action isn't required. There were 1,339 drug deaths in 2020, which represents an additional 75 from the 1,264 that were recorded the previous year. Now, Scotland is leading Europe for drug deaths, with stats that represent more than 3.5 times that of England and Wales. Not quite the sort of Europhile lead that the SNP would like to have in Scotland. But I don't think action means de facto decriminalising the possession of drugs, which now in Scotland, thanks to the SNP, for the very first time, someone found in possession of, say, heroin, of crystal meth, of crack cocaine, would be able to say it's merely a possession of the drug and walk away with nothing but a warning. Now, Sir Keir Starmer has reportedly come out in support of Scotland's decision to effectively decriminalise drug possession too, and here's why I find that really troubling. Not only was this vote passed through, by the way, without a vote or a debate in the Scottish Parliament, apparently the government didn't even meet to discuss the change, according to the Scottish Conservatives. This is a radical shift in law enforcement in a constituent part of the United Kingdom, and not even was one meeting or discussion or vote or debate taken to discuss a radical step like this one. And it's a radical step because you can carry these wicked and heinous substances that cause death, misery and gang violence, and you won't be criminalised. You send out a bloody tweet in Scotland and you'll be met by a stronger enforcement of the law than you would be if you were actually getting someone hooked on drugs. That's modern day Scotland for you. And those who might have thought twice about taking them because of the serious repercussions in law might now consider it to be absolutely fine, because all they'll get is a warning. And potentially, folks, leading to further drug deaths, more of a trade in this stuff, and more addictions which ruin lives of not just the addict, but of wider society, and of course the friends and family of the sufferer. I think asking police officers as well to make a distinction between a dealer and a user is going to add a massive burden to their already massive workload. They are overstretched. Scotland's health service also overstretched. And I think this is a stupid response to a serious problem that could actually end up making things far worse. Sure, I think people need support, but I think there also needs to be a deterrent there too. Far from tackling Scotland's drug crisis, I fear, folks, that the SNP may well have brought about an increase in micro-dealing from those who now see that they can get away with it, making a lucrative market even more lucrative. A bit of cash in hand, away from the taxpayer, away from the HMRC and all the rest of it, through gang violence and all these other really evil, nasty things. I'm afraid to say, folks, Scotland is now a test subject. That's what the SNP have turned it into, and it could have horrible, horrible consequences. Reasoned relies upon grassroots donations from people like yourself that want us to continue producing our high quality, free thinking content. So please do consider clicking the link and donating, no matter how big, no matter how small, because it really does ensure that we can keep on keeping on.